Detach the steel arm from the left foot peg assembly. Slide an M5 lock washer onto the M5 12mm screw. Next, slide an M5 washer onto each screw. Attach the arm to the frame by tightening the M5 12mm long screw. The small hole on the arm should line up with the top threaded hole on the bike's frame above the rear axle. Clamp the left foot peg to the frame by tightening the two M6 25mm screws by hand. The top screw should align with the large hole in the steel arm. Use the M3 and M4 Allen keys to fully tighten the M5 12mm and M6 25mm screws to 5 to 6 Newton meters. Rotate the foot peg down into the riding position. Repeat the previous steps for the right foot peg. Align the left and right side panels so that they are oriented in the same direction and the holes line up with each other. Secure the 3 plastic brackets to the side panels using the M4 12mm screws, M4 lock nuts, and M4 washers. The plastic brackets should clamp to the outside of the side panels as shown. Slide the side panel assembly over the fender. Once the rearmost strap is past the taillight, push the side panel assembly down into position. You should hear a snap once the lock nuts on the side panels pass below the fender lip. Feed the small and large plastic clamps through the slots in the left side panel as shown. Once fed through the side panel, open the clamps to fit them around the frame tubes. Push the front lips of the plastic clamps toward each other until you hear a snap. Repeat the previous 2 steps for the right side. Install 3 small clips onto the left fender wire by pushing them until you hear a snap. Slide the 3 small clips into the positions shown. They should all line up with the holes in the side panels. Secure each clip to the side panel with an M4 12mm screw, M4 washer, and M4 lock nut. Repeat the previous steps for the right side. Remove the small caps covering the threaded bolt openings. These can be kept and reinstalled without the accessory in the future. Slide a lock washer onto each 22mm screw. Next, slide a washer onto each screw. Lay the front bottom support frame on the bike's rear rack and align it with the threaded holes closest to the seat. Tighten the 4 screws by hand, but they should be loose enough for the frames to slide in place. Slide the rear bottom support frame on the bike's rear rack and align it with the rearmost threaded holes. Align the left and right hoops with the bottom support frames. Place a washer on each 35mm screw. Feed the bolts through the holes that run through the top hoops and bottom frame. Place an additional washer and lock nut on each bolt where it extends from the bottom frame. Fully tighten all frame bolts to 3 Newton meters with an Allen key. Place the seat pad down between the handlebars and seat back. Make sure all of the straps hang outside of the rear rack. Loop the long Velcro strap in between the opposing D-ring under the rack. Cinch the seat pad in place by pulling firmly on the Velcro strap and adhering it to itself. If properly tightened, the seat pad should not shift when jostled. Place the fabric liner into the basket with the Flyer logo facing backwards. Snap down the front and rear flaps. Drape the side flaps over the side bar and click the 2 buckles on each side in place. Loop the long Velcro strap in between the opposing D-ring under the rack. Cinch the fabric in place by pulling firmly on the Velcro strap and adhering it to itself. Your accessory is now in cargo mode. To transition your accessory to transport a child, remove the fabric from the frame and unzip the pouch. Grab the fabric inside of this pouch and pull it inside out. Keep pulling the fabric until the pouch is inside out and you can push all excess fabric inside of it. Zip the fabric pouch closed. Position the fabric pouch on the inside of the frame with the Flyer logo facing the rear. Use the 3 Velcro straps to attach the fabric to the frame. Please note that the pouch is designed to act as a padded seat back for child passengers.